meet the
Yeah, I
cabbage
mean,
pudding.
I don't. The only
That's not it.
the only stuff I watch on YouTube is like if I need to repair something around the house and I have to watch a YouTube video to tell me how to do it.
I know, right?
I like the scrambled
videos.
eggs. I think we should go with scrambled eggs because I really have
Yeah,
nothing better.
Ben, because we really have no idea, or as my friend Joanne says, no idea, we're going to lock in with scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Yes, like Frasier.
Kate, we had the same thought process. Why don't you talk through it?
Yep. And our only line of thinking was maybe it was something that had a tie to Malaysia. Neither one of us know too much about Malaysian food, but we thought maybe pho. Vietnam's close to that part of the world, so maybe something like pho that's kind of popular in vogue right now, maybe something like that. So we said pho.
Okay.
So again, the comedian is Nigel Ong. He's born in Malaysia, currently lives in the UK, and he created this character called Uncle Roger that has this thick Malaysian accent. He went viral for looking at a video of celebrity chef Harsha Patel preparing egg fried rice.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
We had egg.
even more simple.
Yep.
We kind of danced. We both danced around it a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think I would have come up with egg fried rice.
If it could be something that's simple to make that they were kind of overdoing, that's where we were at. So yeah, that fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we only combined forces.
Yeah.
he made videos of Harsha and then Jamie Oliver as well. And then he also did a critique of Gordon Ramsay preparing egg fried rice that was overwhelmingly positive. But he's hilarious. It's worth a look.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Okay, so that's another 10 points for Ravenclaw, unfortunately. Ravenclaw's catching up, actually. At the midpoint, Chris and Dan are leading Jonathan and Kate 62-42.
All right.
You have 42.
That's right.
You can say it 42 the rest of the game.
Your midpoint categories and movies.
Excellent.
In the closing narration of The Breakfast Club, Brian Johnson, in his letter to Mr. Vernon, uses 5 adjectives to describe each of the 5 detained students. For 4 points each, what adjectives did he use?
I take back my excellent.
I should probably say descriptors. That's probably a better word than adjectives.
Are you good to lock in now?
Yeah, we're good to lock in.
All right. So right now our baseline is slacker, jock, princess, nerd, and weirdo. And
Right.
on nerd, so Kate, geek is possible too. I don't think it's brainy or smart or anything like that. And I think the thing that the reason that nerd stands out to me is that back in the time when this was created, jocks and nerds were like the opposite of each other. And that was very much how that I remember feeling like those are antithetical to each other. So that would be the word that you would likely use. If you used jock, you probably said nerd.
And I'm okay with that. It wasn't ringing any bells for me.
No, yeah, I know.
But that's okay. I mean, I don't really have anything better on that. So I'm okay going with nerd on that one.
Okay.
And I think we're pretty confident on jock, princess, and for whatever reason, weirdo sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, weirdo. I was trying to think how I would describe Ali Sheedy's character.
Right.
And there's goth
right.
wasn't a thing back then. We didn't say the word gothic to describe that sort of character. And so it was just weirdo. Was what I came up with. And then slacker, dropout. He wasn't a dropout at that point. I imagine he became a dropout at some point. I think it was slacker.
Yep. I think you're right. So I think we're good with all those 5.
All right. So, Ben, we're going to say slacker, jock, princess, nerd, and weirdo.
Okay.
Okay. I heard that. I tell you, weirdo is a good one.
Yeah, as soon as you said weirdo, I'm like, damn it, that's Ali Sheedy.
Yeah, because Ali Sheedy was the one that we struggled with the most.
Yeah, so the first ones I wrote down was jock, princess, nerd, and then I eventually came up with, and then I came up with a burnout and brain. Mm-hmm. Although brain and nerd are probably the same thing, but we went with jock, princess, brain, nerd, and burnout instead of slacker. But slacker, I'm I'm not sure. I feel like Slacker might be right. I know Weirdo is definitely right. As soon as you guys says it, I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and we put Nerd and Brain just because we weren't sure which one it was, and since we really couldn't figure out Ali Sheedy's, we figured let's just hedge our bets and put both of them on there.
Mm-hmm.
So your 5 descriptors are brain, athlete, basket case, criminal, and princess.
Golly,
Wow.
we only
Shoot.
got one. I thought we were going to get points
I know.
back, and we actually went further behind.
so we got 2. Okay. So we got
Oh.
Brain and
Got to
Princess.
basket case.
Kate
Basket
suggested
case.
brain. What a stupid descriptor. Here's a brain. Shut up.
It's
Who did
okay.
that movie? Who did that movie? Was that John Hughes?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
John.
Shut up,
was.
John Hughes.
He's dead. Jonathan, he's dead.
That's fine. Well, he's not talking anymore, so that's all right. All right,
Can't
that was
defend himself.
disrespectful. I apologize.
I was about to say that Nerd wasn't a thing then, but Revenge of the Nerds came out
Right.
like
Dude,
around the
Nerd
same
was a
time, so.
huge Nerd was
Oh,
in
yeah.
the early, like
I think-
back
yeah,
in the
I think-
60s and 50s.
We had the
Say, I
same
think
conversation.
Revenge of the Nerds was 1980, actually.
We had the same conversation about Goth too, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think anyone said Goth in 1985, so or 84 when that movie came out.
All right. After the midpoint, Chris and Dan have 70. Jonathan and Kate have 46.
Golly, Moses.
Your 4th round begins with a question in memoriam.
Oh, okay.
Alex Trebek is a name that carries a lot of weight in the trivia world. But Alex was his middle name. What was his first name?
Oh, I know I have seen this.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that until I was today years old when I found that out.
Dang, Chris, you were 50 when you found that out?
I'm 50 years old.
I don't know where you got that
I
from,
don't-
but that
I thought he was 5. It's December
that's-
5th. Today is the 5th.
That was a character that Molly.
5 years old.
No, that was a character Molly Shannon created for Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
50.
Sally O'Malley.
That's right. Yes, I can
She's
punch.
50 years
Wow.
old.
I can punch. Nice job, Kate.
I know
I'm
my
gonna look
Molly
it up.
Shannon.
Is she the one that did Superstar?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, she's hilarious.
Dan, I seriously don't know. I'm not going to be able to help you out on this at all. Like I said, today is the day I found that out.
I'm happy to log in with that. I don't think it's right. I don't know if it's right, but I definitely saw it after he died. I was on Jeopardy. I should know this, but we didn't talk about that.
Fair enough.
Reluctant.
All right, Kate. So we're trying to come up with traditionally Canadian names.
Just find something that sounds like it fits, right?
Maple bacon.
Yes. His first name is Canada. Canada Alex Trebek.
Canada.
Is it Pierre Trudeau, Alexander Trebek?
Ooh,
my
Pierre
God.
isn't bad. Pierre
There you go.
Alex.
Dad, shut up.
Guy. Maybe it's Guy. Let's
Pierre
name
Alex.
hockey players. His name is Lemieux Alex
they marry him.
Trebek.
His name is Yaramir Yager Alex Trebek.
Yaramir Alex.
I don't know what his heritage is or something like that, but could it be something that's more of a traditional
Like a French?
with whatever kind of background or heritage?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, oh, sure.
And maybe if we said the right thing, it would ring a bell, but I don't know that any of the ones we've come up with so far have sounded quite right.
Patrick. Joseph. You said Joseph.
I said Joseph. That was the first thing that came to mind, but I have zero thunder.
William. What are names that go well with Alex? Alexander, you know?
Right.
Jonathan, actually. Jonathan Alexander. Very nice name.
Yeah. Sounds like a news anchor or something.
Yeah. It's as I say that, I've never said those two words together, but that's really
Right.
got a good ring to it.
Yeah. It's a lot of syllables.
Yeah, that's true.
I know you said John first off.
Yeah, I did. John Alex doesn't sound great to me. I mean, parents obviously don't always do things because they sound good.
Right.
If I was just straight up guessing, William would probably be my guess.
And I think if you're going, in terms of odds, that's a pretty common one for
Yeah.
people to have and maybe disregard as a first name.
Yeah,
You want to go with William?
sure.
Okay.
We're guessing William.
All right.
At first, Chris and I were like, well, Chris has texted me like, I have no idea. And I'm like, darn it, I know I saw it after he died. And first name that came to me was George, but I didn't really have a lot of thunder on it. But it seemed like it went together, like George Alexander Trebek. So we went with George.
Correct answer is George.
Oh,
Good job, Dan.
Massacred.
It was on the short list, but shoot.
Dan, now you can proudly say I was on Jeopardy, baby.
Yes. I was on Jeopardy with George Alexander Trebek.
Man.
20 years ago. A lifetime ago.
Your second question this round category is movies named the same.
Oh.
Ooh.
One is a 2008 film about an American billionaire turned superhero. The other is a 2011 film depicting the rise and fall of a British powerhouse. Both films share what word in their title? So I'm looking for a single word.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We want to lock that in?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we
locked
can.
in.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. We can talk it out. Yeah, we were both on the same path for sure. I said Iron Man. You said Iron Lady, because the second one was about Margaret Thatcher, correct?
Yeah, Meryl Streep.
Yep.
Played Margaret Thatcher in the Iron Lady.
Yeah. So Ben, Dan, and I jointly are locking in with Iron.
Okay.
It would have been fun if he had gone with Iron Giant on this one for the movie. That would have been great.
Oh, I love that. I love that movie.
We also instantly just thought, okay, well, 2008 billionaire superhero, that's Iron Man, and this is going to be Iron something, regardless of whatever else it is. So we said Iron.
Correct answer is Iron.
Good question, Ben. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was inspired by a friend of mine I went to college with. She was watching Iron Lady a few years back. I think she had a daughter who was like 8 or 9. And her daughter's like, what are you watching? She's like, Iron Lady. She's like, oh, what is that about? She was like, oh, she's about Margaret Thatcher. It's like, why do they call her Iron Lady? She's like, well, because she was tough. She was strong. Her daughter's like, so she's not made out of iron or anything? Not interested. She walked out of the room. I'm like,
she's not a robot.
She's not a robot. Robot. All right. Your last question in the round is in sports.
Board ball.
In 1963, pitcher Mario Ruiz accomplished what feat in a mid-season Mexican League game? An event so rare that it has never occurred in Major League Baseball. This feat cannot be achieved in a single day.
Whoa.
So he didn't, by definition, he didn't achieve it in a single day either. He just
That is
completed
correct.
it in this game.
That is correct.
Okay.
Ben, we're locked in.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kate, you asked if I thought it was going to be a pitching record, and I think because it's a pitcher, it does make sense for it to be a pitching record. It can't be consecutive no-hitters. It can't be like 2 straight no-hitters because there were 2 straight perfect games in MLB history before.
Mm-hmm. But do you think it's a record where he says it's never been repeated?
Read the wording of the question again, Ben.
In 1963, pitcher Mario Ruiz accomplished what feat in a mid-season Mexican League game? An event so rare that it has never occurred in Major League Baseball.
So not repeated.
More like an
never
event
occurred.
rather than a record, I feel like.
Yeah, but it can't be a single event because it had to take more than one game. So it had to be an accumulation of something.
Let me clarify.
If you clarify, they have to unlock.
Yeah. Accomplished. No, I'm just going to repeat what I've already said. Pitcher Mario Ruiz accomplished what feat in a mid-season Mexican League game? This feat cannot be accomplished in one day.
Yes, so it had to take more than one day to do.
Did the game last more than one day?
I don't know how that would. I don't know how we could use that.
I know. Like, did it stretch into another day or something like that? And I don't know why that would happen, but where he says it's in a certain game, but it could not be accomplished in one day.
Yeah, he said, so I like what you're picking up on there. He did say the word day instead of game, but I don't know. This is going to break down to really semantic kind of detail crap, and I don't think that he's asking a question about really semantic detailed crap.
I think you're right.
I honestly, I don't know. I want to get out of the question. So let's say set a consecutive strikeouts record and move on.
Okay.
All right. We're locked in.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a a fairly similar conversation. We went in like consecutive no hitters, but that's been done in the MLB. Then we talked about multiple complete games in a row, but that's been done. So what we ended up just saying is that he did back-to-back perfect games because we knew back-to-back